Today's video is about metabolism basics and how the body works. So parking training and diets and food and all that for a second and just going back to the basics on how it all works. It's probably a good refresher or possibly a first sort of understanding of how it all kind of works. So what is energy? How do we get up? How do we move? How do we think, process and go about our day? Well, the chemical energy is ATP, and we know that is constantly broken down and fuels our body to give us everyday sort of functions. So that's the sort of science and the basics behind it. We do know that can be fueled by fat or by carbs. That's pretty simple. And this is where it starts to get interesting. So depending on which way the body goes, carbs and sugars and insulin, there's only so much energy there. It's based on what you can eat and what you can sort of process. If we look at the fat side of things, there's an abundance in the body. The body is made to survive and made to run on this sort of this fat tank. So some quick options on how to affect that metabolism would be basically to eat and follow foods that are fat based. Eat fat, turn the body into a fat burning machine, and it runs on those fat stores. Otherwise, eat sugars and carbs, produce glucose, and don't tap into those fats. So the metabolism can be kind of trained or taught to run on one or another. Ages ago, it was always running on ketones. Since the introduction of fast foods and industrialization and manufactured foods, the majority have now kind of switched over to a glucose-based sort of fuel system, but it can run on sort of one or the other. So it's a very quick example of kind of like a metabolic flow. Hopefully that sort of answers a few questions. There's a lot of books out there on it. We recommend some stuff by Volek and Finney, so if you want to really get into the nuts and bolts of it, but in a 10-second sort of a snap, then that's how it all works.